Welcome to Cowley International College. This is a special edition of Pulse TV as we're reporting for the BBC News School Report. I'm Laura.
And I'm Sam. Our main story today is the tragic coach crash in Switzerland. Over to Charlotte, Caitlin and Charlotte for further details.
Hello, I'm Charlotte, this is Caitlin and this is Charlotte. We've been focusing on the Belgian crash in Switzerland.
The coach carrying 52 passengers crashed head-on into a wall in the tunnel, tragically killing 22 children and 6 adults.
24 others were also left with life-threatening injuries and some left unrecognisable. Some children are yet to be identified and their parents informed.
On their way back from a school skiing trip in the Swiss Alps, the driver was not said to be speeding and was fully rested. It is believed a medical cause with the driver or a mechanical fault with the coach caused the vehicle to swerve and collide with the wall.
Some of the children had to be cut free from the wreckage, and anxious parents were flown over yesterday morning to receive the news on their child. DNA tests have been done on some of the children to identify them as their injuries were so severe. Families held each other in grief and mourning as they witnessed photos and live images of their collision.
A multitude of emergency services arrived swiftly on the scene to tend to the injured and dead. Some parents have yet to be contacted and are unaware of the horrific accident.
A number of witnesses are being questioned on the events that occurred late Tuesday night. One motorist said, "I saw the front seats of the bus all smashed against each other and there was blood everywhere. And I saw children who were still alive waving to be saved." She went on to say, "It was horrific, it was like a horror movie."
This has been Switzerland's worst crash in over 20 years. Bystanders and police officers said they had never seen anything like it before in their lives. The wife of the coach driver learned about her husband's death via the internet. She was photographed the next day in tears and looking devastated.
Police are doing the best they can to bring normal day-to-day life back to the victims and families who have been affected. Things appear to be settling down as much as they can in the circumstances. Families are hoping to hear that everything will be okay. And now back to the studio.
According to recent Ofsted inspection, the UK's literacy standards have dropped. We go over to Daniel for more information on this.
Hello, this is Danny reporting for BBC News School Report. Chief School Inspector Sir Michael Wilshaw has accused Ofsted and the government of playing fast and loose with international data, after telling BBC Tu's Newsnight that reading standards have not improved since 2005. England is being overtaken by the leading nations because progress in literacy is stalled. 1 in 5 children are not reaching the standard expected at the end of primary school, which is a level 4. This means they cannot access the curriculum in secondary school and find it difficult to find jobs in later life, says Sir Michael. Now we go to Cowley's Head of Literacy and Miss Joanne Matty to see her take on this. What do you think about the statement by Sir Wilshaw, and do you agree with it?
I think it's a really interesting comment. I think he's made some interesting points about literacy and the underachievement of students. You know, and it is a concern for students at secondary school. They're coming in year on year and we're noticing that their literacy skills aren't up to standard or at the standard we'd like them to be. So he's made some really interesting comments. I know that teachers are working really, really hard to try and improve them, but I do think there needs to be some kind of intervention at primary level. It'll be interesting to see what suggestions he makes, so yeah.
Okay, so why do you think the literacy standards have stalled?
I think if you look at the curriculum that's in place at the moment, there's been a real focus on things like inference and deduction and understanding of texts as opposed to focusing on like grammar and reading skills, you know, so it may well be that there's a need to go back to basics, I think, you know, in order to improve standards.
And how do you plan to improve the literacy standards at the school as head of literacy here? What do you plan to do?
Well, we've already got lots of things in place that work really well. We've got the reading challenge, for example. That's really successful. You know, we've got students that come in with a low reading age and we target them and we work over like a 10-week period with them reading, and we can increase their reading age by as much as two years in age over that 10-week period. But it's just about raising awareness across the whole school. So supporting teachers in other subjects, not just English, other subjects about how they can help reading, writing, spelling and speaking and listening across all subjects, because I think all teachers need to take responsibility for it really, not just the English teachers. So yeah.
Okay, well, that was Miss Massey, and we're going to have to go back to the studio now.
Throughout the month of March, sport is a major factor in schools around the UK. Sport Relief takes place from the 23rd to 25th of March. Scott and Caitlin in Year 7 have more details.
Hello, I'm Scott. And I'm Caitlin, and we're reporting from Cowley International College
For the BBC News School Report.
The events for the charity Sports Relief have been taking place throughout March.
Several celebrities have taken part in events with Sports Relief, such as John Bishop, a Liverpool comedian who has cycled, ran and walked over 290 miles from London to Paris.
Here at Cowley, on March the 29th, the boys in Year 7 are doing a sports day, and on June the 1st, the whole of Year 7 are taking part in a health day.
Some of the Year 7 media team have interviewed Mrs Finnegan about what the college is going to do for Sports Relief.
Well, usually we try and make it a significant day, so with the Year 7s, when they all have PE in the afternoon, we'll try and get you all to run the mile. And last year we did it a bit differently. We did them doing forward rolls. Obviously you didn't forward roll for the mile because you get really dizzy. What you do is you sort of do little laps of the sports hall doing forward rolls, and everyone contributes to the mile in that way. This year we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. We're going to be running or doing it three-legged, but we will be doing it in Year 7, so everyone will be taking part at some point.
How healthy is your lifestyle?
Well, being a PE teacher, I already have to be quite fit anyway, don't I? And I play quite a lot of netball, so that helps. And I also do quite a lot of things outside of school, as well as doing the activities in school, which help me to get fit. So I do running outside of school, I do a lot of the netball training, like I said, weights training. So I'm already quite fit. So I try and eat my 5 fruit and veg a day, try and have nice, balanced, healthy meals, and try and avoid snacks on the weekends.
What are you going to do for Healthy Day in school?
Okay, the boys will probably be doing things like rugby, but they won't just look at rugby as a sport. They'll look at how best to get the best out of their rugby performances by looking at what they eat, what they drink, what they do in the build-up to matches, and how they can train better. The girls will also be doing similar, but we'll be looking at more things more like gymnastics and trampolining and cheerleading, things that they're quite interested in but don't get the chance to do very much of outside of school. We will also do form quizzes, linking things in with the Olympics, because obviously this year is a very big year for us in terms of the Olympics. So we'll be linking a lot of things in with the Olympics. So we're doing sports from the Paralympics as well as the normal Olympics. And we'll be doing the history of all the different sports and things like that. So there's lots of stuff going on for Health Day.
The country has been gripped by Olympic fever. The Olympic torch will pass through St Helens on its trip around the UK. We sent reporters to St Helens to get local opinions on the Olympics and the torch's trip.
Hi, I'm Chloe.
And I'm Charlie. It's only 134 days until the Olympic Games begin on the 27th of July 2012.
We're in St Helens Town Centre reporting for BBC News School Report, and we'll be asking the local residents their views and opinions on the Olympics.
Let's see if the residents of St Helens have the Olympic fever that's spreading throughout the nation. Not long now until the Olympic Games begin. Are you excited about them?
Yes, I love the Olympics. I always watch it, yes.
Do you think it'll benefit St Helens in any way?
Hopefully people will watch it, but I'm not really sure how many people will actually go down there to attend.
As you may know, this Olympic torch is passing through St Helens. Will you be going to see it?
I definitely will, yeah, because I know somebody who might be carrying it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be very exciting, hopefully. Yeah.
What impact do you think it'll have on St Helens?
Well, anybody interested in sport and stuff, it's obviously, hopefully, the impacts will be hopefully in schools and community areas and groups and stuff. Hopefully them take more interest in the sports themselves as well. So.
And finally, the Olympic torch is passing through St Helens. Will you be going to see it?
Possibly, it depends if I'm working or not.
34 days to go to the Olympics. Are you excited about it?
Sorry, I'm going to watch it.
Are you aware that the flame's going to be coming through St Helens?
Didn't have a clue. Honest to God, didn't know.
Do you think it'll be good for St Helens?
No, not really.
Even foreign visitors to St Helens seem to have caught the Olympic bug. Do you think there will be many French people coming over to see the Olympic Games?
Yes. People who like sport, I think they will come, as it's just next to France. It's not too far away.
So, mixed opinions from St Helens then.
This is Chloe and Charlie signing off from St Helens Town Centre. Back to the studio.
There was excitement in London this week as Britain's biggest burger was revealed. Robert and Scott have the details, along with the growing concern of teenage health problems in the UK.
Feeling hungry? Well, the makers of Britain's largest burger won't be feeling hungry for the next few weeks.
One man tried to achieve the impossible by eating this mammoth snack weighing in at 6 pounds just for the meat in the burger, as well as a pound of chips and a side order.
The monstrous burger is made up of 6 pounds of beef, 9 rashers of bacon, 9 slices of cheese and a salted salad. The burger contains a massive 18,000 calories, just less than the average calories in a week for a male adult.
If you are lucky enough to be able to stomach this behemoth of a challenge, then you get to eat for free, a commemorative t-shirt and a position on the Wall of Fame in Burgers at Black's restaurant. But if you fail, you get a place on the Wall of Shame.
This unruly mass of bacon, bread and beef was invented by Vas Herodotou, the so-called master of burgers, for his restaurant Burgers at Black's, Purley, South London.
To order this burger, you must give 24 hours notice for the chefs to prepare all the elements for this dish.
But it is meals like this that have become a rising concern in the UK. With our nation's obesity levels rising, should food outlets really be promoting meals like this?
The UK has become an obesity hotspot in the evolving world, and we should be trying to prevent that trend. It is not just the UK, but the whole of Europe that has been affected by this. At least 10% of its population is obese. In the wider world, the trend shows no sign of going away.
Many healthy eating groups are ready to help combat this by campaigning against the rise of fast food culture. Back to the studio.
Our final story today is about St Helens RLFC. Earlier this week, Sam visited Langtry Park, which opened in late January. Here is Sam with the report.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm at Langtry Park and I'm reporting for BBC News School Reports. I'm in the new and very impressive Saint Stadium, Langtry Park. This has been in plan since 2008 and cost £25 million. It can hold over 18,000 fans. Saints chairman Eamon McManus said that this is wonderful for the club, supporters and town of St Helens. St Helens christened Langtry Park with a stunning win over Salford City Reds. Saints had a nervy first half but dominated the second half. The stadium can also hold football events. For example, yesterday Liverpool under-19s played Ajax under-19s in a terrific match. The facilities here are outstanding. The changing rooms are modelled on those in Wembley Stadium, and it's the only rugby league club to have a 3G warm facility inside. The floating hail design has won architectural awards. Throughout the 360-degree concourse, there are tributes to 50 of the greatest players of all time. And outside the stadium, looking over St Helens, is Kieran Gunningham's statue. Around the rear of the stadium is a tribute wall, where fans can donate money to give messages and tributes in what they hope will be a long-standing tradition. Fans recently voted on the top 17 players, whose names are displayed in the red V at the centre of the wall. I'm here now with Sean McGuinness from the Saints first team. So Sean, what do you think of the new stadium?
It's a totally different class. The old stadium was a bit, wasn't as modern as what we've got now. Like we've got everything a rugby league stadium needs and more. So we have things that we don't even use that are there if we ever need them.
And how was the atmosphere at the first game?
The first game I played in was the Witness Friendly. That was a very big game really. They only let 12,000 on though. I think if you could sell the full tickets, you would have done it twice over. It was that big of a game.
What was your game Saints like?
It was really good, you know. I played it was Hull away, so it's always a hard game. It was a tough game. And it's just like I've been wanting to play for Saints since I was younger, and as it all came around, like it was just a big shock really.
Last year you signed a new contract with Saints until 2014. Do you ever leave Saints?
Hopefully I wouldn't like it. Hopefully I want to stay around here, and all my family's around here and all my friends, and I love playing at the club. So hopefully my future will be at Saints.
As an ex-Cowley student, so what was your best moments at the school?
So winning the Lancashire Cup in Year 10 against Merseyside, got the winning drop goal in that game. So I remember that.
Thank you very much for the interview. This is Sam reporting for the BBC News School Report. That's the studio. That's all for today's edition of BBC News School Report. From everyone here at Cowley, thanks for watching and good night.